Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel and welcome to a baby themed video. So I haven't done a haul since I've been pregnant, and that was mainly because I hadn't really bought anything. I found it really hard to find anything online, and obviously once we found out the gender, that's when I kind of wanted to start buying a bit more. It seems like shops are stocking a little bit more in terms of clothing now, which is great. This isn't a clothing haul though. I thought that I would either save that for another time or not do a clothing haul, just because I know it's really hard to get hold of some items at the moment. But at the same time, I know that a lot of you aren't going out to the shops, so let me know if you want to see a baby boy clothing haul. But this is a haul of like random stuff that I've picked up. Quite a lot of it here is actually the majority of this is all from small business as well, which I've been trying to shop as much as I can to help support them, but also just because I think you can get something a little bit different. Now, the very first item that I've got is actually for the baby boy's nursery wall, and I've seen these everywhere and I'm sure you have too, but I saw this seller on Instagram and I just really liked the colours that she used for hers. So this is a decorative rainbow. It looks like this, and it's got a little hangy thing on the back to hang it on the wall. It's a really, really lovely quality one. It's really soft. Obviously this is not a toy, it is a decoration, and this is from a Instagram seller called Rain and Bows. I will link her below. I know that she does not so much a waiting list, but she does like a slot system so that she can fulfill your orders quickly and there's not like too much wait time. So if you are interested in one of these, you do have to get your orders in quite quickly. But yeah, I didn't have to wait too long for mine, and I just love it. Now, the next thing I wanted to show you is quite possibly the cutest thing I have ever seen, and I haven't seen anything like it before, and it is this. I don't know how well you can see this. It's basically a blanket, but it kind of looks like a jacket. It's like a wraparound shawl. So as you can see, it's like sewed up at the bottom, and then it has a button over here and then a hood with the most adorable little ears. I feel like this is really hard to show. And then it's got arms, so you can put your baby's arms in there and then their body fits in there and you can just carry them all snug and have them lovely and warm in there. I kind of bought this more of like a little kind of outfit they could either wear into a car seat. I'm not sure if you can wear these in a car seat, but mainly into a pram to keep them nice and warm, so you don't have like a blanket kicked off all the time. They will be nice and snug in here. And this is from Mimi Shop, which I will pop below. I have bought loads of things from her, and it also has, which I really like, a little scratch mitt kind of thing, or like a mitten to keep their hands warm. So the next item is not from an independent shop as such. We actually got them from Next, but they are by Aiden and Anaïs, which I'm sure a lot of you have heard of. One of my favourite brands for muslins. Actually my favourite brand for muslins, but my husband picked up these from Next, and they are little muslin Dribble bibs, so obviously you can put them on when you're feeding or when they're a bit bigger and you want to catch Dribble, and I just think that they're really cute, and I already know that Aiden and Anaïs wash is really lovely and they will just last forever, and I love that it's got the little vintage Winnie the Pooh on it. But yeah, you can get these on the Next website. Seeing as we are talking about Aiden and Anaïs, I wanted to mention their Swaddles and their muslins. So I've got a ton of these. I've got the small square muslins that I used with Harry that I've just re-washed, and they are good as new. And then I've got a pack of Swaddles. I think there's a 4-pack. This is the Jungle Jam. I think it's called Jungle Jam. Used to be anyway. And yeah, I've washed these ready for the baby, and they are huge muslin swaddles, so you can either use them to obviously swaddle your baby, you can use them to lay them out on the grass, you can use it as a crib sheet or a sheet in the bassinet of your pram, or obviously you can use them for feeding, so you can chuck it over your shoulder, cover yourselves up, or you know, just have the baby laying on it, and it obviously protects from spills. But these muslins, I know they are pricey, but they wash so nicely. Like I said, I've got the ones that I used for Harry, so Harry's nearly 7. So yeah, 7 years ago I used a pack, and I'm about to use them with my second baby 7 years later. They last absolutely forever. Harry still uses them now. If he's got a bit of a cold, he'll normally walk around with a muslin to wipe his nose on, and yeah, they're just worth their weight in gold. Sticking with muslins, I was actually gifted these items from a lovely company on Instagram called Etta Loves. Again, another small business, and they are all about sensory, so they're all about the black and white sensory that we know stimulates our babies. And so she very kindly sent me these 3 muslin squares. I'll show you one of them now. Again, they're really nice quality, and they are in the nice black and white print for babies to look at, so you can tie this onto the pram for them to look at, or if you lay them down, giving them like a real sensory experience. And she also does these clips, so obviously to help you clip the muslins on, but I used these all of the time with Harry anyway, and I couldn't find them, so I'm so glad that she sent me these. They are really good for clipping, like we said, muslins onto prams and things like that, or just clipping anything anywhere. They're just very handy. Now the next thing I picked up, I've just been scouring my phone to try and find where I got it, and I just can't find it. So by the time I make this video live, I will pop below a link to where you can get this, because I feel like it will be a popular one. So I saw this on Instagram, I think it just came up as an ad, and I was like, I really like that. And it's this woven handmade hanging basket. So basically you hang this, or you hang it anywhere, but you can hang this on the cot, so on the outside of the cot, and you can just put things in there, so whether that's a blanket or books or teddies or feeding equipment or anything that you're going to need in the middle of the night, or something that your child or baby needs to get to, you can pop it in there. It looks really pretty as well, and it's just kind of functional. But yeah, like I said, I can't remember off the top of my head who this was made by, who I bought it from, but I will find it so you can get it, because I think it's really cute, and they come in different sizes as well. This one isn't from a independent store, it's actually from Marks and Spencer's, and it's one of the first things I bought when I found out the baby was going to be a boy. I'm really into this colour at the moment, can you tell? I keep getting things in this colour, and obviously my outfit is in this colour. But I love alpacas and llamas, so I thought I would pick up this blanket, because I just think it's the most adorable thing ever. But yeah, this is from M&S. Hopefully it's still on there. It's really soft and it's really thick as well. So it'll be a great blanket for taking out and about, or just laying down on the floor for your baby to wrap themselves in. Now the next item I picked up on Etsy. I am always on Etsy. I would massively recommend it for independent brands and small businesses, handmade items for children, or just generally. I love Etsy. I always go on there for people's birthdays. But yeah, I always like favourite different items on there to go back to and purchase, and I favourited this little guy who I just thought is the most adorable thing. He's basically a little muslin square with a bunny head, just like a comforter for your little one. And when I favourited it, actually the lady that owns the brand is somebody that I've followed for years. Like, we've both followed each other for years, and I didn't realise it was her brand. So it's by a little independent one called Wolf and Luna, so I will link them below. And yeah, so as soon as I realised it was her shop, I was like, oh, I definitely have to buy it then. Yeah, I just think it's really cute. It'd be a nice little gift for somebody as well. Now, when we had Harry, he was not a great sleeper, but as soon as he was old enough, we put him into a sleeping bag. Back when I had Harry, you couldn't put babies into a sleeping bag straight away, but I believe now, once they're above a certain weight, you can. So I decided to pick up a Snooze Pod Sleeping Bag, and the reason I got this is not only because I wanted to try it, because I've heard really good things about the Snooze Pod Snooze Pouch, but also because, I don't know how well you can see this little diagram, actually this one's better. The sleeping bag actually unzips in the middle, so you can change your baby's nappy whilst they're asleep, or you can change it like without having to take the sleeping bag off, which is always a little bit of a faff. And I just thought that was really good. I got this in 0 to 6 months, so yeah, it says it's suitable for babies weighing more than 8 pounds 8, so yeah, quite a lot of newborns would fit into that. And I got it in a 2.5 tog because the baby is due in September, so the weather is likely to be kind of turning by then. It could still be warm, but we have to remember that babies don't regulate their temperatures like we do, so they need to be a little bit warmer than we do as adults. Something else that I've picked up recently, and I see them everywhere, and it sounds really silly, but I just feel like they are more aesthetically pleasing than your average dummy, and it's these Bibs Dummies. I will get one out to show you. My husband thinks these are the most ugly dummies he's ever seen. But I just think that they are so cute. And yeah, they're like nice and diddy, like the right size for a newborn baby. So I got a few of those to see how baby gets on with it. Obviously, dummies and babies, they never like the same ones. We might find we don't even need to use one with this baby. Harry loved a dummy. But yeah, we used to have like the mam ones with him, which I've got a few of upstairs. But I thought I would get these purely because they're pretty, and yeah, I've just heard good things about them. Now, I did say I wasn't going to show you any clothing items. I don't really count this as clothing, but some people might, so sorry if that's cheating. And I got this from Matalan. It was in the sale, and it's this dinosaur waterproof like snowsuit, pram suit type thing. I just think it's the cutest thing ever. It's got dinosaur tusks, no they're not tusks, are they? Dinosaur horns on them like a stegosaurus, and yeah, it just feels really cozy. I think this was, you might tell me, yeah, it was £10, so it was £15 and now it's £10. I got it in 3 to 6 months because I figured that by 3 to 6 months it's going to be wet and cold outside and they're going to need something like this to sit in the pram in. So the next item was kindly gifted to me by Bell and Butter, and it's this gorgeous little dinosaur. I've followed Bell and Butter for years actually, and I've always seen these little dinosaurs and thought I'm gonna buy one of them for someone one day, and I've just forgotten about it. So now I feel like this is gonna be my go-to gift for every newborn baby because I just think it's so sweet. It's actually not a toy as such, it's more of a decorative item, but yeah, I just think it's so sweet, and you can get them in all different colours, and it comes with a little tag with your baby's name or surname on it. And yeah, again, it goes with my outfit. And then the very last item I wanted to show you is again from another independent brand, and they're called Mable and Fox, and it's this changing mat which seems absolutely huge. It's one of these wedge anti-roll mats which I feel like weren't around with Harry. You've got the very bog standard cheap changing mats. This is a little bit more pricey, probably more than I would normally spend on a changing mat, but I kind of got sucked in by the Instagram-ness and the fact that it has a rainbow on it, because of course we are having a rainbow baby, and yeah, I just thought it was a really cute one. It's nice and big, so yeah, I feel like the one we had before was actually a bit too small. So that is everything in my baby haul. I hope you enjoyed it. I was thinking, as well as doing maybe a clothing one for the baby boy, I might do like a practical like equipment haul. I don't know what you would call that, but things like what bottles I'm going to use, like if I've got, you know, like a perfect prep machine, or what crib I'm using, or furniture, slings, pram, that sort of thing. So let me know if you would like to see that kind of video because it might be helpful. And yeah, any other baby related pregnancy videos you want to see, just let me know in the comments below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.